What is rejection? Rejection is that feeling you feel when you're going for a yes, but you are attacked with a no. Rejection is a feeling that makes you feel unworthy. Have you been rejected before? I have been rejected. I was just a young school leaver. And back in the days, one of the goals of our parents is the moment you are done with O levels, which is the senior secondary, that's the high school, they try to send you abroad to go and further your education. So the moment I finished O levels, my dad, God bless his soul, said, you need to go and join your sister abroad. They just told me that you are going to the embassy tomorrow. And so I woke up and I dressed well. I was going for interview. Bearing in mind that was the first time I was going to be interviewed in my life. And they asked me 1 or 2 questions and I goofed at it. Well, as at that time, I didn't even know I goofed at it. I was just answering. In all fairness, I wasn't supposed to be lying. I was just telling them how it is. I was rejected and I felt bad. And for years, it's like a pain. It's just there that in that embassy, they have rejected you before and so you can't go there anymore. When people talk about traveling to that particular country, I'm like, no, it's not for somebody like me. Nobody was telling me not to go. But because I had not healed from that rejection, I held myself back. So years later, somebody said, let's attempt to go to this country. And I'm like, no. Not because I don't want to go, but that thing just kept ringing in my head. They are going to ask you the same question, and what would you say? But thank God that I did not allow rejection hold me back. Few years later, I just wanted to go and apply at that embassy because my children already had visas to that country. And I said to myself, it is not an outsider that will take my children to that land. Let me too go and apply so that I can take my children to that land by myself. And so when it was my turn, they asked me just 2 questions. At that time, I was no longer a student who had never faced rejection. I was now the CEO of my own company and my own woman. I was that girl who now knows God and the fact that anywhere royalty steps, others don't have chance. I was now that girl that have affirmed so much in the word of God that I am a city set on a hill that cannot be hidden. I am above only and not beneath. So the questions they asked me was, why are you going? And then I told them. And they asked me what I was doing. I had so many things I had done and I was still doing. And with a smile on my face and God's own confidence, I started to tell them. Thank God I did not allow rejection keep me. And after answering the second question, they gave me one paper like that and said, you can pick up your passport next week, Thursday. And with a smile, I said, thank you. And if you know me with my high heels and my good bag, I just carried the thing and I walked out. I was so happy that I got into the car and it was like a reality check. Now, me, they don't give the visa, so the once rejected one has now become the chief cornerstone. That's not even the testimony. You see, that land, that year, I went there with my children. I went again. They kept giving me multiple visas. I went again and again. And before you know it, the top investment bank in that same country sent their media team to come and video my own business in this same Agege. God is working in you. Why are you not seeing it? Why are you seeing rejection as if the world has crumbled? The world has not crumbled. Quit believing the lies of the devil. Even the people that crucified Jesus later said, if we had known, that was in 1 Corinthians, they said we would not have crucified the King of glory. That's to let you know that there is a significance to that rejection that you feel.